Clinton's camp is pushing back on suggestions she may have broken the law by using a personal email account during her time as Secretary of State. At a gala fundraiser last night, Clinton did not address the growing controversy, but some of her aides are talking about it. So let's talk about it ourselves. I want to bring in senior political correspondent Brianna Keeler to bring us up to date. So she spoke before this gala crowd of supporters, mostly women in the crowd, but she did not broach the subject of these emails. Why?
No, that's right. She didn't. Obviously, she's not at the point where she wants to talk about this. And I think certainly this is something that is really, it continues to have legs, Carol. And I think her team is formulating still how they're going to respond to this. It's important to note that in 2014, Hillary Clinton's team turned over 55,000 pages of emails to the State Department. This came after a request from the Obama administration of all former secretaries of state. But remember, because her email was solely a private email account, Clinton and/or her aides had the discretion to turn over whichever emails they saw fit. They said they complied with the request to the letter, but there's really no way to be sure. And that's why experts are saying that in this case where Hillary Clinton and her aides had the sole control over the emails, it raises some issues about why she would do this if it was just to maintain such a tight hold on her communications. Listen to what a Republican said. This is Trey Gowdy. He is the head of the Select Committee on Benghazi.
The State Department does not have all of Secretary Clinton's emails on its servers. Only she has a complete record. And the committee is going to have to go to her and her attorneys and her email providers to ensure we have access to everything the American people are entitled to know.
Outstanding in all of this, Carol, is why. Why did Hillary Clinton use this personal email address only instead of the government account? She may not have broken the law. She certainly violated the spirit of it. And at this point, the reasoning that an aide is giving that she used her BlackBerry before she was Secretary of State, liked to use it afterwards, and that Colin Powell did something similar to this, I don't really think it's going to hit the mark. I think they're going to need to come out with something else.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about that next. Brianna Keeler, thanks so much. All of this surfacing as Hillary Clinton is gearing up for what many assume will be a run for the White House. So how will this play into things, and how should she combat this controversy? I want to bring in Lanny Davis. He's a former White House special counsel, attorney, and crisis manager. He's also the author of Crisis Tales, 5 Rules for Coping with Crises in Business, Politics, and Life. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Carol.
Okay, so Hillary Clinton's going to say, you know what, I didn't really do anything wrong. I didn't really violate the law, but others say she violated the spirit of the law, and I think that's pretty much all it will take for some, like the Republicans, to come down hard on her.
So your reporter, the Republicans, the word spirit is subjective. People will react differently. They're entitled to their opinions. She should have done something different. She should have used government. I don't do that. I do facts. So let's just start with 3 facts that aren't in dispute. Fact 1, the law changed in 2014. What she did while she was secretary was lawful, and Secretary of State Colin Powell used a private email account to correspond with foreign governments and do official business. Fact 2, she openly sent this email to thousands of people at the State Department who knew the email address wasn't government. That gives me the conclusion there was nothing intended to hide or deceive. She did it openly. And fact 3, this is really the most important fact, which we heard Congressman Gowdy raise a question about. These emails are completely accessible and preserved on a server. It doesn't matter whether it's a server at home or it's Gmail. If there's a subpoena, if there's somebody at state who suggests that she's not turning everything over.
Say to that point, do you ever hear about the IRS and the learner emails and what happened to them?
They will say it, and they also don't answer it, which is you have the ability through the legal process to get anything you want from Secretary of State Clinton, and so far 55,000 shows she has nothing to hide. Okay, let's talk about that.
She's turned over 55,000 emails. Well, why not turn over all of them?
Governor Bush would give you this answer. His press secretary says, oh, we've been transparent. Excuse me. I love his brother. We went to college together, the former president, and I'm an admirer of Jeb Bush. He did not put out all of these emails. He held back his personal emails. My point on facts, facts, facts. Let's use the same standard. Colin Powell, Hillary Clinton, Jeb Bush. Should she reveal all of the emails? Some of them are personal. Nobody wants that.
You say facts, 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 but I got to say, during a political campaign, sometimes facts don't really matter.
You are right, and part of what I do for a living professionally and for my friend Hillary Clinton is try to get people to see what the true facts are. Then the arguments are fair. Politics is about arguing, but let's all agree on facts. What happened in the New York...
Nothing fair about political arguing. Are you crazy?
I'm willing to say that debating is fair, but the New York Times omitted this fact that the law had changed in 2014. Why would the Times do a front page story setting this off, other than not deliberate, no conspiracy here? The reporter, I think, in the editing was careless, and the public editor of the Times said an important fact is the law changed after she left office. Most of the dialogue right now isn't taking into account that fact, and you've let me do that on your show today.
So when all is said and done, will this be a long-term problem for Hillary Clinton? And
no,
why doesn't she come out right now and say those things?
Well, in my opinion, why doesn't she? When she's ready, she will. I'm just her friend, country lawyer from Washington. But at some point, what's going to matter to this country is the economy, jobs, and national security in the face of ISIS and terrorism. And in October 2016, if she's a candidate, and I hope she will be, that will decide who gets to be the next president, not whether she followed the law, but somebody thinks the spirit was violated 2 years after when the law was changed.
Right. Laney Davis, thanks for stopping by. So appreciate it. We'll be right back.